What's up, everybody? I'm Joe,
And this is Bart,
and we're Just Kidding Films.
and you're watching channelAPA.com. Well, first of all, me and Joe, we used to train at the same MMA gym together. And back then, we actually went to the same high school, and we went to the same community college, but we never knew of each other. And it was at this gym where we met up with each other, and we actually found out we're friends of friends. So we started kicking with the homies, and then it started getting closer and closer and closer. And then we found out we're both clowns, and then we just clicked up.
The concept of our characters, they kind of gradually evolved. We didn't have a set character in mind. We first off started doing accents way before we were making videos. We were always mimicking others, not only accents, but the way that others walked, the way that others talked. And as he said before, we were always clowns. And it just so happened that we decided to create characters behind them. And slowly, as we made sketches and stories, these characters evolved into what they are today.
And plus, we grew up all over LA. So, LA is a very, multicultural place. So when we lived with, Hispanic people, we noticed, they walk like this, or, they start to talk like this. And then, when we met up with, the Vietnamese people, they start to talk like this. And then it's just, so we kind of, we absorbed what the surroundings had to offer. And like how he said, we don't just pick up accents, we create characters. I think a lot of other entertainers, they do accents, but for us, we want to create an entire character where someone, they watch it and they recognize exactly the birth date of this person, the location of this person, what this motherfucker likes to eat. That was a bad word. Sorry.
Motherfucker like to eat. Dang, I like all the characters. There's no one favorite over the other, but I feel like some characters are better fit for certain stories. If I were to use a character that showed a lot of anger or aggression, then I would choose my character Parking, because he is a very strong, angry man, an angry old man, a grumpy, crazy, angry old man. He would be a perfect role for that type of story. But if I were to pick someone, but if I were to pick someone that's a very douchey type character, then I'd probably have to write for Samuel, which is his martial art character. And so I feel like all of these characters, they're good for different reasons. And if we want to express a certain emotion or tell a different story, we have each character to do so.
Yeah, for all the characters, there's not one that we like the most. It's kind of like music, I feel like. Sometimes if you feel like just chilling, then you got jazz or whatever, right? If you feel more upbeat, you might listen to some rock or whatever. So it's kind of the same way. It's just how we feel, what the story calls for, and then we just play that character.
Man, it's like a dream come true. What can I say? You remember, we used to go on lunch breaks together. And you guys don't know this out there, but me and Steve of Channel UPA, me and Steve of Channel APA, we used to work 3 buildings away from each other, and we'd go out and have lunch breaks, and sometimes we would just talk about, man, wouldn't it be great if we could do this full time? And so a year later, here I am, JK Films full time, and it's I'm living my dream.
Hell yeah. And it's dope because, this is exactly what we want to do, and we're living our dream. And to be able to combine forces finally and have everyone hit this hard, and we have more team members, it's really dope. We're really on the grind, and it just feels so good every day. We work way past the normal 8-hour shift,
Right.
but we enjoy it so much. And to finally see what we created to come to fruition is really rewarding.
Yeah, they say you do what you love, and you never work a day in your life. And that is the truth, because I'm living that right now.
It's really good because a lot of people, they didn't know. They'll be like, okay, so they're sketch comedians or they're improv comedians, but so what are they gonna do on stage? And for us, our touring set, it's a mixture of stand-up, theater, Broadway, sketch, and improv comedy all in one. We sing, we dance, we go up there with an outline, but we also improv with the audience. and we have a pre-screen portion, and we continue the story live. And amongst all of that entertainment, we still have an underlying like message. So I think a lot of people, they love it because when they're in the theater or auditorium, they're laughing their brains out, but when they go home, they get to take something home with them, you know? And then I think that's really important with what we like to do.
Live action movie. Well, what everyone can look forward to is every Sunday we post something new. So every Sunday we have like either a music video, a skit, anything on our channel that you can watch, fresh new material. And sometimes during the week we'll just come up with stuff on the spot and we'll post. But as far as anything big goes, we do have the live touring set that we're touring with all over the nation. People would just have to keep checking back on our Facebook or Twitter to see where we're at the moment. And we're also in the works of like a short, and we have about around summertime we have an album coming out.
Yeah. So every Sunday we have like a original creation that we drop. And so be sure to stay tuned for that. And in the middle of the week, if anything like crazy comes to mind, like I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we did this Twin Baby spoof. And we saw that in the middle of the week, so we just drop it in the middle of the week. But usually our original stuff. And we got a summer banger anthem type song. It's called Kapu. And then hopefully everyone bumps it. Like it's going to be a very feel-good summer, chill with your homies type song. And that's going to be dropping this summer too.
YouTube.com/JustKiddingFilms.
And actually on YouTube, there's actually a lot of information that people don't know. Like people just look at the videos, but on the sides we'll have like our email. If you go under the event section, it'll show like the next couple of venues we're gonna be at that are already locked down. It has our Twitter on there. Definitely follow us on Twitter because that's where you get to see what we're doing on the daily. You know, like we'll be tweeting random stuff like, "Oh, McDonald's tastes so good" or whatever. You know.